welcome back to another edition of MyJoogTV. Today we're filming in Arlington, Virginia at one of my favorite music festivals in that little city, or music venues, Club IOTA. And tonight they're hosting a rather unique show. It's called 10 Out of 10, and loosely translated it means 10 musicians from the state of Nashville getting in a tour bus behind me, traveling together for about somewhere between 15 and 20 shows. I know that doesn't tell you much, so to tell you more is the co-founder of the tour, Trent Dabbs, and then we have Belle, who's a participant, I think, for a couple years now. So Trent, just tell us a little bit about the concept of the tour.
Yeah, about 6 years ago, my wife and I were driving to my hometown of Jackson, Mississippi, and we were listening to our friends' music and realized that we should put a compilation together just to let people know that music in Nashville is not just country and gospel. And that morphed into a tour that had a few bands on it, and then the more it evolved, it kind of became different, like 10 different solo artists that are multi-instrumentalists that could play on each other's songs, and just a collective of artists that get out on the road and do everything on their own, and then come together once or twice a year for this tour.
So how long have you been touring? How long have you done this? How many years?
It's been. We started in 2004, so it's been quite some time.
That has been quite a bit. And is it usually this time period?
Yeah, I mean we've made a Christmas record and did a Christmas tour as well. But this is the fourth volume that out that just came out Tuesday. So
what is the criteria that you use to select the musicians?
Well, really, it started out as just being people that I had written with or I was a fan of or toured with, and it turns out a lot of those artists had written with each other and toured with each other. So it was basically just friends.
So who are some of the alumni from previous years?
Matthew Perryman Jones and Katie Herzig, and Butterfly Boucher, Jeremy Lister. They were all on the first volume of solo artists. And in the film, we made a documentary that was called Any Day Now. We've been pushing that.
Yeah. So Andrew, how did you get hooked up into this? Either both meeting Trent, and I know this is at least your second,
maybe more. Third tour. It's a funny story. I was just a fan of the tour. Actually, when they did their first bus tour in the current era of 10 Out of 10 touring, they came through Chicago, and my girlfriend's sister was like, "Hey, I used to live in Nashville. It's you guys have to come see the show. You'll love it." And I remember thinking, "Oh, it's probably just a bunch of country artists, and I'm gonna hate this, but whatever, I'll go." And so I went really reluctantly, and I ended up having it was one of the best shows I'd ever seen. Just song after song was just perfect, and all the performances were just so captivating. I was just so utterly blown away at just how well everybody interacted together. I was so jealous of. I wanted to be a part of it from the first moment that I saw it, and through whatever. Fast forward a few years ago, I ended up moving to Nashville to make my album, and I looked up Trent because I knew that he was a great, prolific songwriter, and I kind of had him involved in my album process a little bit, and we just became friends. And eventually, when I released my record and kind of saw that through, I think that was at the point in which Trent asked me to be a part of the tour, which was just sort of a full circle thing for me. It was such an honor to be asked to be a part of it. And now, like I said, this is my third tour. And
now, if he never relocated to Nashville, would he just been off the list?
I don't know. I don't know.
So regular viewers of our series would notice that we don't have a brewer with us while we're drinking these beers. That's just because of the logistics of the tour, and also that IOTA has a really good beer selection. And so we've been drinking the Brewery Ommegang Hennepin Ale, which is a Saison, which is a seasonal beer basically made for late summer. Originally, it was created, actually brewed in, I believe, sometime in the winter, so it'll be ready for this time. And basically, the farm agricultural workers would have this as part of their compensation, making sure that there's plenty of beer for them. So it has low alcohol. It's you can drink it during lunch and then go back to work. But the brewery itself is really interesting. They just brew Belgium style beers. So I've had my first Witte, Abbey Ale, Quadrupel Ale. They really do an amazing job. They're actually based out of Cooperstown. So if there's any baseball fans, you can go to the Hall of Fame and then tour a brewery, and I think that makes a really good trip. And they host some live music at their brewery too. So they have some summer festivals. So this is just a great beer. So you guys said you weren't familiar with the brewery. Were you familiar with the beer style? Any Belgian beer styles?
I love Belgian beers. I know that for a fact. I mean, Chimay Blue is probably one of my favorites. This is so good.
Yeah, this is
so good.
Yeah, they do a great job. It's just tasty, and I don't know the alcohol content, but I would hope that it's true to the form, and you can. We could finish this growler. You guys could go perform, no problem. I can get home, not an issue. Yeah. So the last thing I want to talk about, you guys both have CDs out. I was actually listening to some of Southern last night, and one song I was really interested in is your ode to Bob Dylan.
Neil Young.
Neil Young, I'm sorry. And so how did that come about? I mean, was he a major influence?
Yeah, he is. There's a story that most of my friends have heard it so many times, but I've been such a fan of his for so long, and I met him in Nashville, and he gave me advice of writing every day. He told me to write his dad used to tell him to write every day, and if it's not good, to throw it away, and just to have advice from a hero was something for me. And I was having a conversation with my wife and said, it would be nice to be one person's Neil Young, and she's like, you should write that. And I was like, no, I don't think so. It's a little too vulnerable. And then I did, with a bunch of Neil Young references, and now it's like one of my favorite things to play live.
Yeah, because I actually, the last time I heard you at Jam and Java, I think you played that song there, and it's a really great song.
Thanks.
And then Andrew, you've released Ladder, and I noticed it calls it a re-release.
Right. We re-released it in this past May of 2011. And we did so because there was we wanted to kind of give it another, it had been out for a little over a year at that point. We kind of wanted to give it another burst of energy. We did some new artwork, and we tacked on a song called In My Veins that was originally supposed to be on the record and didn't end up on it. And so it is technically a re-release. There's not a whole lot that's different about it, but I wrote that record in Chicago while I was living there, and moved to Nashville and recorded it there. Trent was a part of it. I wrote one of the songs on there with him, and it was really a special time. I look back on that, and now looking forward to making another record. I'm kind of hoping to replicate that same exact process of how we made that, because it was such a special thing, and I don't know if we'll be able to, 100%, but I was just very pleased with how it came out, and it's been great from there forward.
Great. We'll have links to both CDs and all their websites on our website with this podcast. And so, anything after the tour ends? Any plans, or just some downtime?
Not too much downtime, but I'll be releasing some more music. That just on this tour, I had a 8-song exclusive download that comes with the record, so I'm going to be probably putting that out, even though it says it's just for this tour. That's the plan.
Yeah, I've got a new song probably coming sometime soon, and then hopefully a new record sometime next year.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time on MyJoogTV. And stay tuned for some more music. And cheers.
Yeah,
cheers.
Neil Young. find a heart of gold with the morning sun. If I took all my dreams and rolled them into one, I don't wanna be somebody's Neil Young. I wanna be somebody's Neil Young. A lot of things ain't what they used to be. We can't pick up the sound the ones before us sleep, but it won't reach the heart if it ain't enough love. I wanna be somebody's Neil. Hey! Your daddy was somebody's Neil.